Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about all the signs, how this month of June is going to affect you with all of these amazing astrological events happening. How is it going to affect you personally according to your moon sign and your ascendant? Remember, we focus more on those things rather than your sun sign. And once again, I want to inform you, this is Vedic sidereal astrology. So you can't be putting in your sun sign from Western astrology. It just is completely wrong. So if you don't know what your moon sign or your ascendant, which is the same thing as the rising sign, is in your sidereal chart, not your tropical Western, sidereal Vedic, this is going to really give you amazing information that is so different than what you can predict from tropical Western charts. So if you don't know what they are, go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org, and put in all your birth data. I have a free chart calculator. Click on that, put in all your data, but remember, don't try to read the charts. They're read differently than what you think. Scroll down to the bottom. It is clear as day. It's going to tell you moon, M-O, the sign, and it's going to tell you ascendant, A-S-C, and that sign. So you're going to listen to those two signs. Those are going to be the ones that are going to be what I'm talking about here. But while you're at my website, I want you to also explore a little bit, because there you can sign up for my free newsletter, get all of my predictions delivered to your email address weekly, and then check out my magazine, Astrology, Joni Patry's Astrology Insights. It has a plethora of metaphysical information, astrology, all of the metaphysical sciences, and palmistry, numerology, all these things we have articles about. Plus, we also feature a very important person in the spiritual or metaphysical astrology community on the cover, and it's only $9.99 a month. So check it out. I know you're going to love it. Every month you'll have all this information. So that is on my website. And also remember that I teach astrology. If this is something that really warms your soul, lights you up, check out my university, University of Vedic Astrology. It's all online. You will learn to be an astrologer. So let's continue on. Let's talk about what this month of June is going to mean for you according to your moon sign or your ascendant. So if your ascendant or moon sign sit in Aries, this is a month of expansion, change, unexpected events that are going to really change your life dramatically, because this Jupiter, Rahu, and Uranus conjunction's going on in your first house. First house deals with who you are. It deals with your physical appearance. It deals with everything to do with your physical being and well-being and health. This is like an exciting time for you. Plus, I see that Venus-Mars conjunction's occurring in your fourth house. The fourth house deals with home and family. You're bringing together, you're coming together with family. And there might be some amazing changes going on within your house. Maybe there's a renovation project, or maybe you just want to move to a different place and decorate it differently. But I believe your home is changing, and there may be some disruption, but it's going to be all the more for the better. So things about home and family are up and changing, and you yourself are going through one of the biggest personal transformations of your lifetime. So if your moon or your ascendant sits in Taurus, then this is a time of, you could be traveling unexpectedly to foreign places. But most of all, if that's not the case, I get that there's a deep change going on. There may be people from the past that are reappearing suddenly, unexpectedly. Be prepared for that if you can. But there's going to be enormous change in that area of your life, of the past, making things work and come together from things you've known. And you might be having some amazing prophetic dreams. Write them down. This is enormous, powerful information that you're receiving. And with Venus, Mars in the 3rd house, you're probably taking some new courses. And if not, you are reading. You cannot get enough information. And there may be a get-together and with surprise circumstances concerning one of your brothers or sisters, a sibling. So this is something that, and in their life, things are radically shifting and changing. So if your moon or your ascendant sits in Gemini, then this is a time that you're meeting new friends, new associates. You're going to come up with some new groups and friends during this time. And I guarantee you, you're going to be meeting some very, very influential people. This is what this is all about, your new connections. This is what's going to take you to the next level. And I want to say money's doing quite good during this time. There's a coming together with financial rewards. Maybe this is through the connections and the friends, but I'm seeing a lot of great things happening for you in terms of finances, gains in money, and prosperity. New ways of making money will come to you as well, plus coming together with family and friends. This will be an amazing month. If your moon or your ascendant sit in Cancer, then you can expect some exciting new trends and changes with your work and your career. Opportunities suddenly come your way. And yes, pay attention. Maybe even you become the boss or you start your own business. Something that you didn't expect, I'll tell you that much. But it is a great time for you career-wise. Now, the Venus-Mars sits in your 1st house, so you're feeling very attractive, whether you know it or not. You are attractive, and people are being drawn to you. You have a certain sex appeal and magnetism. Take advantage of this. If you're out looking for a partner, you're going to have some incredible charisma. Get out there. So if your moon or your ascendant sits in Leo, you could be traveling unexpectedly. But most of all, I think you're learning new things. You're finding new teachers, just information you cannot get enough of. And especially when it comes to the way you believe in spirituality, all of a sudden there's a radical shift change that you see things from a different perspective, but it's all about your spiritual light really coming into focus. Now, things of the past, love affairs and people may reappear from your past. A little passion, maybe in your dreams too, but something about love and passion comes from the past. And there can be a healing of issues and things that have bothered you before, but open your heart and listen to your dreams. Now, if you have Virgo moon or rising, this is a time for sudden, unexpected psychological changes. During this time, you are going through some major new developments that change your whole persona and how you feel about life, how you feel about you. And I want you to know that this is a powerful time for trend setting and beliefs. Everything is really shifting. And your Venus-Mars, you're meeting new people. It's in the 11th house. This is a time of great gains financially, but meeting new friends. And maybe through your friends, there can be a new passion or relationship. Or maybe friends come together and strengthen your relationship with friends, also with lovers. This can be a time for this. If your moon or your ascendant sit in Libra, then this is pretty much your year if you're looking for a relationship that suddenly you could fall in love. This is excitement, change, transformation in the area of relationships and love. And another thing is, career-wise, you're on the up and up. People are really appreciating you, your efforts, who you are. Your boss will give you upliftment, raise. And at the same time, you might even think about doing your own business, going into something different, changing jobs, changing your location. This is a time for big, massive change in the area of job and relationships in your life. So if your moon or your ascendant sits in Scorpio, this is a time that work efforts will change. Maybe it's a time of letting go of certain things, but it's a good change. It's not a scary change. But please be aware that you might be a little bit more accident prone than normal. Why? Because of the impulsiveness in what you're doing, especially dealing with work and your work efforts, and even employees. You might find that employees change suddenly, or your coworkers. All of a sudden, there's a big shift in change, but I think it's going to be a positive and a good change. Now, with this Mars and Venus in your 9th house, you may be prompted to go on a trip, maybe with friends, maybe within love and relationships. You're invited, or maybe your spouse asks you to go, let's go out of town, let's go on a trip. But more than anything, I think you're in a phase of new learning about your spirituality, about your truths. This is so important to you. And be aware, if your father's still around, that your father may be more important in your life at this time. Now, if your ascendant or your moon sign sits in Sagittarius, this means that this conjunction, this powerful conjunction of Jupiter, Rahu, and Uranus are in your 5th house. The 5th house deals with intelligence and the mind and creativity. So you are overflowing with new thoughts, idea, and new creativity. And this could even be ideas for a new business, because this is a house of entrepreneurs. So whatever new ideas hit you, yeah, they're good ones. Move with it. Don't hesitate. But at the same time, be careful where your children are, because they can somehow get in trouble unexpectedly. Now, also, psychologically, you're on the mends, or something that you have to really look deep into. Psychologically, what are you possessed to do? What are your addictions? What are your focus that could throw you off kilter? That's what you need to focus in on. It's time for you. It's time for some therapy, maybe. If you feel like you've needed it, go for it. This can be very healing at this time. So if your ascendant or your moon sits in Capricorn, there are major changes happening in your home. You might be thinking about moving, or you might be thinking about renovating your home. One way or another, you're living where you live, and the conditions there will change dramatically. And you may say, there's no way I'm moving, but watch out. Suddenly, there's a big unexpected change that could happen within this month or the following months coming up here. Major changes in the home, and you might be planning some parties and celebrations in your house. Now, Venus-Mars sits in your 7th, so this is a time of love and attraction. You may be strongly attracted to somebody, and it is the time for relationships, positive healing, and coming to peace and making things work relationship-wise if there has been struggles or problems before. If your moon or your ascendant sits in Aquarius, then you may be going on some sudden road trips. You might be on the go. Another thing that could happen is maybe you're visiting a sibling, brother or sister, or maybe you're traveling with them. Another thing that comes to light during this time is a new learning. You might be wanting to go back to school, get educated, or just take that class on the thing that you have always wanted to develop. This is a great timing for this. Learning, education, expanding your knowledge in the things that you love. Now, Venus and Mars are in your 6th house, so this is a time you've got to be careful of over excess, I think, in the area of health. But you could be a little bit over the top, accident prone, so just take it easy. Don't be impulsive or impatient about anything. But this can also be a time of looking for that new job or extra ways to make money. Now, if your ascendant or your moon sign sits in Pisces, yes, this is a time that you're going to come into new ways, exciting ways to make money. Money will be your focus, and it will expand quite rapidly the ways that you make money and wealth. I think this is a great time for you financially. New ways and exciting ways to make money. Plus, with the Venus-Mars in your 5th house. The 5th house deals with your creativity. You're coming up with all sorts of new ideas and how to be creative, maybe even writing. And also, it is a time with children. Spend more time with your kids if you have kids, because they need that focus and attention. And I'll tell you something else. You'll probably have a lot of fun with them. This is a time of fun and expansion and enjoying your life, especially with your family and your children. So with that, I've covered all 12 signs, what to expect for the month of June. Go out, be prosperous, have fun, and most of all, remember, always come from the heart. Open your heart, full of love, and everything works out better. So that's it for the month of June. And remember, if you want more information on me, a reading, newsletter, everything that I do, go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. Thank you.